farm on Onibun's account, you definitely sped up the process, although it's still taking many hours. Finish leveling up Raiden's pieces quick. Nice, another crit roll. This is just a really, really good EM timepiece for a crit DPS. We have basically no XP left, and yeah, so I don't know, I'm just going to leave what we've got here. So 762 EM, it'll be enough to see some good Hyper Bloom damage from Raiden. Now, while I would recommend Onibun just use this team in Overworld, we're going to go to Abyss here, and we need 2 teams, and we're going to have to put Nahid in a different team. So the Mualani side is going to be, well, I don't know, we'll see. I'm going to use Bennett here, even though he's not fully built. It'll be functional, I think. I'm going to put in Yai, because I like Yai. Yai is also definitely not built, but watch the Kazuha damage here. Look at that. And they're basically dead already. The magic of Kazuha. Crazy. And let's see what we get. Bam. Oh, well, I don't know if the first hit was actually a bait, but they died. And I have no idea what we're going to get for Hyper Bloom damage, because, you know, it's not ideal, of course. But it should be enough. Let's see. We're getting... I can't tell for some reason. 20Ks. Not bad at all. This team would... I forgot me. Why do they make you kill all the babies in 4, 9, and 10? Oh dear. Rest in peace. This is so sad. Staying on field to Raiden so that she gets the EM buff from Nahida, as small as it is right now. I threw Kali in here because I figured Dendro Resonance would be extra EM and more damage. The Dendro application probably was kind of pointless, but the Dendro application isn't nothing, but I don't think it's really necessary when we have Nahida on the team. Wow, easy. Blam. And you're almost dead. There we go. We're not quite actually getting our energy back on Chungling, which is annoying. Yeah, in hindsight, I think I would have put more effort into making sure Bennett was just able to burst consistently. Because Bennett bursts consistently with plus Kazuha burst consistently is Pyro application for enabling Mualani base at a baseline. And then Chungling could just be additional endurance, additional damage. As it is right now, I think Onibun will have no problem getting that team to feel function. The goal here was not to make teams that are smoothly 36-starring Abyss, right? The goal was just to make teams that allowed Onibun to play the game more, because obviously what we were starting with on this count was, a situation of probably struggling to do even basic farming tasks, right? The 100Ks I'm getting here is without, like, immediately buffing her, like, at all. Because I'm not bothering to I'm not trying to swirl Hydra or anything. You can definitely get much more damage than that on this current build of Mualani just by playing setups correctly. I don't think anyone's going to do that. But something like Shilonen would enable just meaningfully higher damage without having to really think about doing any setups, essentially. We are going to use Xingqiu here, so we stop getting interrupted, or we're just going to die on Xingqiu. That's fine. Same difference. Oh, and we're going to die on YouTube. Okay, well, this might be a little bit of a challenge just because they hit really hard. Technically, we don't need anyone other than Raiden and Nahida alive, though, but that's not going to be very long, is it? Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, no, I can do this. We're going to choose the Elemental Resistance card. There we go. There's a 50% more damage just by swirling BB. He's gonna dodge these. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh man. I will defeat these. Oh god. Oh gosh. Oh, let's not forget to do this. One's dead. This. Get some healing. No problem. That was a decent final challenge. Considering the state of this count when I started, I think getting to the point, where Onibun probably would have had problems doing most things in this game as far as the combat is concerned, at least. Now they can do probably largely anything. Really, the lesson herein is just being efficient with your resources and also...
Hi friends, today I'm going to share with you Alright, number 1 is identify as a professional sleeper. Currently, grind culture is the dominant way of understanding sleep, which is you don't need a lot of it, and you're actually weak if you get it.
Money never sleeps, pal.
That's foolish. Don't do that. The wise thing to do is to make sleep your number 1 priority. You will feel better, you will look better, and everything in life will be easier. Level 2 is to have a consistent bedtime. This is really important because you're telling your body, we do sleep at this time every day. So you can make adjustments in your life. Have dinner earlier, plan earlier, put it on your schedule. Think of this as your most important meeting of the day. When you show up to work on time or have meetings with your friends, if you're even 5 minutes late, you apologize. Don't disappoint yourself and show up on time. In my family, when bedtime arrives, Talmadge and I will stop whatever we're doing and run to our bedtimes. We do this tongue-in-cheek. It's funny because we're saying to each other, we respect bedtime in this family. We know we're going to be better family members with each other if we get our sleep. For my bedtime, I've chosen 8:30. I love the morning time, especially the 4 hours of time I have all by myself. No one's calling me, no one's messaging me. I have it all to myself, so I really like to go to bed at 8:30, then I have the morning wide open. That said, you do you. If you're a night owl and you prefer to go to bed later, that's okay. Just choose your bedtime and be consistent. Level 3 is have a wind down routine. I know from personal experience that when I go to bed and I'm thinking about the day's problems or some opportunity, anything that's on my mind, if my head hits a pillow all night long, I'll just think about it. So what I do now is sleep Brian enters the equation 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime. And if an incoming thought says, oh, you should be worried about this, or you should think about that, Sleep Brian says, thank you for suggestion. Sleep mode is now engaged. So I would encourage you, create a ritual, read a book, go for a walk, do some favorite hobby, but avoid screens and avoid anything that's going to get you aroused. Don't have fights, don't tackle hard problems, get ready for bed. All right, level 4 is to eat early. I know this because I tried hundreds of experiments with food types and eating times, and I found that I slept the best with Blueprint food and my last meal of the day at 11 a.m. Now that may sound early to you, it is, but I got used to it. Now this does not mean that you need to eat at 11 a.m. as well. What this means is it's an invitation for you to try to explore eating earlier and also trying to avoid big heavy meals at the end of the day that could really be having a negative effect on your sleep. When I go out for social events, I will eat something. Sometimes I try to find a light food like steamed vegetables or something like that, because having a plate in front of me with food makes everyone feel comfortable. If I don't have it, then everyone's like, why are you not eating? And it's a whole thing. So I really try to blend in to avoid creating chaos in social situations. All right, level 5 is hopefully an obvious one. You want to avoid stimulants or anything that's going to disrupt your sleep. That includes alcohol and caffeine. I know personally, if I drink any alcohol in the latter part of the day, my deep sleep is going to be about 80% less. It just decimates my sleep. So I now have no alcohol. Then of course, caffeine, we metabolize caffeine at different speeds, but I've stopped all caffeine as well. It really has helped me improve my sleep. So just for you to consider that these things may potentially be degrading your quality of sleep, and to be mindful of what you consume and when you consume it. Level 6 is regulate light in the evening. So a few things for you to keep in mind is I have an app on my computer, Flux, F-L-U-X. It eliminates blue light from the screen. 2 is if I'm watching a movie with friends, I'll put on a pair of blue light blocking glasses.
Sorbet?
Do you want a bite?
I'm on a diet, but thank you.
My room is entirely blacked out with curtains, and if I'm traveling, I will wear a mask. And so you're trying to avoid light that is going to otherwise disrupt your sleep, and just be mindful. Probably the most important thing here is just try to eliminate screens in that downtime before bed. Level 7 is to maintain an ideal temperature for your sleep. Now I think Goldilocks got this right. Not too hot, not too cold. Of course, we can say specific numbers, but everyone's different. And so more important is, either being too hot or too cold is going to create suboptimal sleep. And there's also considerations with a partner and other members in the family. So just be mindful that you don't want to be in either one of the extremes. So for my own personal temperature control, I use an 8 sleep mattress. And during my deep sleep, it's down to 71 Fahrenheit. And then during my REM, it's up to 73. Consider changing your thermostat or aircon settings, experimenting with different types of